What's up, everybody? My name is Dennis, aka Mr. 808, and in today's video, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. This will be called 808 or Dennis Rants Part 2. I had planned on doing these at least once a week, do about a 10-20 minute rant, talk about anything from how I'm feeling, have it be more or less kind of a vlog. Maybe talk about songs I've recently reacted to, talk about songs I plan on reacting to in the near future, talk about where my channel is headed and what I plan on doing in the upcoming months, things like that. But specifically in today's video, I want to talk about a reaction I posted to a song by Ren yesterday called Masochist. If you haven't seen that reaction, I went a little bit wild. I kind of went off the deep end a little bit. And I just want to clear up some confusion because there are people that have gotten pretty upset at me about that reaction rather. And I just want to bring some sense to things that to me are logical, but to other people they're like, "Why did you do this? What's going on? I thought you loved Ren." Stuff like this. I want to put it out there. Ren is an absolutely fantastic artist. I have been blessed. I have been so happy since finding out about his catalog of music. A month and a half ago, I had never even heard of Ren, let alone hear some of his catalog and the songs that he's released that are super powerful, that deserve to win Grammys and all kinds of other nominations for like best this, best that kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't have to like everything the man does. When I posted this video yesterday, the reaction to Masochist, if you haven't seen that reaction, go watch it first, then come back and watch this one. However, leave this one paused before you back out. I don't know if you know this, but it hurts a YouTube channel. It hurts the algorithm if you play 10 seconds of a video and immediately back out. That's like not a good thing. So do me a favor, don't back out of this immediately just because you haven't heard Masochist. If anything, just give it a little pause, then open up YouTube again on your phone or your device, and then watch the Masochist one if you really want to know exactly where I'm getting at in this video and why I'm saying the things that I'm going to be saying in this video. But to give you a little bit of subcontext, if you don't want to go check that one out, I kind of shit on Ren. Not fully. I did a little bit. I was complimenting him throughout that video, and I was shitting on him a bit in that video. And I have some people that have reached out to me that are like, I'm done with your YouTube channel, I'm done. And it's crazy because these same people have already told me in the past that they want me to be more authentic because I was honest about a month ago and I said that I didn't want to ruin my channel by sounding a little bit mean with some of my reactions, and since 99% of you subscribe to my channel because of the high Ren reaction that I did that got like 22,000 views or whatever, that one reaction brought me over 3,500 subscribers. And if you look at my current subscriber count, you will know that that means that 95% of you came over here because of that high Ren reaction. I want to be more honest. 2025 is a new year. If I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys, I have felt very fraudulent with the reactions, many of them that I've done in the last month and a half since I decided to go ahead and start reacting to music on YouTube. And what I mean by that is, I'm being honest for the most part, but any time that something rubbed me the wrong way, anytime I didn't like something about a song, rather than speak up on it and say what's actually on my mind, I would kind of beat around the bush and be like, well, I kind of like the beat and this isn't that bad, when in reality, my brain is like, get 'em, bro, this sucks. And I've been expressing that to my community on Discord. If you guys don't already follow or have hopped into my Discord server, I urge you guys to do that. I will leave a pinned comment with an invite link in this video at the very bottom, and it will be pinned. You click that link, you hit verify your account, and boom, you're in my Discord server. There's probably about 50 of us in it so far, and I've been building some decent relationships with several of you. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. But I expressed to my closer subscribers that follow my Discord, that hop in my Discord almost every single day, that I've been feeling a little kind of dirty lately. And the reason being, again, is because I haven't been being 100% my true self. And let me just break down for you who I am without, I'm going to pull my card right now. I'm going to overly criticize my own self the way I over criticize other people and the way I would like to start over criticizing music that I react to in the future, especially if I don't like the damn song. I'm a narcissist. I have ADHD. I have not been medicated for ADHD in the 21 years that I've been an adult. I'm 41 years old right now. The last time I took ADHD medication where I didn't get it off the street was when I was like 10 or 11 years old. I'm bipolar. I have split personalities. You will hang out and chill with me some days, and I will be the most charming individual, the most lovable individual, and we will mesh so perfectly together. Then there are other days where I am not that same person. I could become a demon. I could become aggressive. I could become a hater. I could talk shit. I'll pull your card, for, especially if you're trying to argue with me or get on my bad side. I will absolutely, without hesitating, shit on your whole day. Most people don't want to put that out there. Most people hide who they really are. Most people wear a mask when they're in public talking to strangers. And for a while, I've been doing that. For a month and a half of doing reactions, I've been putting on a mask. I've been playing Mr. Nice Guy. I've been trying to be extra polite. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to do that anymore. That makes me feel fraudulent. I'm not going to sit here and act like every song I've reacted to is trash, but of the 100+ songs I've reacted to from various artists, 25 or more have been Ren. There's probably about 7 to 10 songs that I've heard and reacted to where I really didn't like it. And instead of saying that, I beat around the bush. And what this does is this makes me like every other reactor that you guys love on YouTube. I'm here to tell you, most of your favorite reactors on YouTube are completely fake. They wear a mask. They refuse to tell it like it is. They're too worried about sponsors and losing subscribers and coddling your balls to make you feel as good as you possibly can. I'm not here to do that. I tried doing that for a month and a half, and I was losing my mind. I finally said to my lady a couple days ago, you know what? I don't know if I want to do reactions on YouTube anymore. She's like, why? What's going on? I said, because I'm at the point where I either want to be 100% who I am, regardless of the repercussions. Repercussions? Go to English, Dennis. What are you saying? I didn't even pass English in high school, so my bad. I sound hood sometimes, and I'm from the hood. Some of you guys might see me, you might think I'm a clean-cut, corny, cringy white dude that's fucking has never been exposed to the darkness that this world has to offer. I'm here to tell you that is wrong. I'm from the hood. I might look white on my skin, but I am a hood motherfucker at heart. I go hard, and I don't give a f most of the time. But I'm doing my best to be better. But the point I'm trying to get at before my ADHD brain fucking goes a million different directions like it's already trying to do. And by the way, I don't rehearse none of these videos. Me looking at my screen in front of me is just me looking at me on my screen. Narcissism, baby. 101. Love thyself, hate everybody else. Not really. I'm just making jokes, okay? But my personality can be so dark at times that I push good people out of my life, oftentimes without intending to do so. In fact, after my brother killed himself in 2017, I decided to set fires to every relationship that I had. Everyone that was in my life, other than my old lady, I burned those relationships to the ground. I was so mad about losing my brother to suicide that I decided I don't want to be hurt anymore. I'm tired of feeling like like people abandon me. My whole life, I've had a fear of abandonment. My whole life, I didn't get to see my mother growing up hardly ever. I didn't even know about my father till I was in my mid-20s. I got 3 brothers, 2 sisters, and God only knows how many aunts, uncles, and cousins that I have never shared but a couple words with in my whole life and didn't even know about any of them until I was in my early to mid-20s. My son currently lives on the opposite end of the United States with his mother in Missouri. He was the only family I had. I haven't seen him in 10 months. He was living with me for almost 3 years, up until March of 2000, earlier this year, up until March of 2024. He was refusing to make friends out here, and there were just certain things that weren't working. Overall, it was working, but he refused to connect and meet new people out here, and because of that, he would bury himself in his room and do nothing but sit on games all day, and I could see how it was affecting him both mentally and socially. I didn't want him to become the hermit, the crab, the hater of all people, the way I have been because of the abuse, because of the suffering, because of the chaos, because of being let down by the closest people I've ever had in my life. So I decided to go ahead and go with his mom's opinion that he should come back out and live with his mom in Missouri. It was the hardest, darkest decision that I've ever had to make in my life. My son was 12 before his mother finally decided, you know what, it's not working out here. Let's try to have him live with you. And I don't want to get too personal in that regard. My son is a very personal person, and I have to respect that. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of where my mental state, where my mind has been in the last, especially in the last month or two. Christmas season came up. Most people are happy about Christmas season. Most people look forward to the holidays, of those of you that celebrate, of course. And this was the first Christmas in the 15 years that my son has been alive that I didn't get to spend time with him in person. And he also did not reach out to me during Christmas Eve and Christmas at all. Not even a phone call. Not a simple, hey, Dad, hope everything's going good. Merry Christmas. None of that. None. And in the last couple weeks, I've been feeling my demons brewing up. Whenever I start to feel like that's not fair, this is not fair, why is this happening, why am I being treated like this, I let what I call the demon start to build up. And when that happens, it's only a matter of time before I completely erupt and snap. Sometimes violently on my own possessions. Sometimes I attack people that I've been good friends with. Sometimes I record a reaction video where I decide to embrace those demons. No, I've never put hands on my old lady, by the way. When I say violent, I don't mean towards women. You can ask my old lady. You could ask anyone I've ever dated. I have never put hands on a woman. I never will. I was raised properly. But I do get real wild at times with my mouth. I can't sit here and act like I haven't verbally abused people throughout my life, because I have. It's all I've ever known. My grandmother is a narcissist. My grandmother verbally abused me, physically abused me, made me feel like no matter what I did, it was never good enough. And because of that, I have her personality. And it's the worst part about me as a human being is I expect way too much out of everybody and everything. And if I ever feel like people are challenging me about anything that I know that I'm well versed on the topic of whatever it is we're conversing about, and I feel like you're trying to shit on me, I will go crazy. Ask my cousin. Love him to death. But I've said some wild shit to him over the years. What's up, David? Ask my buddy AJ. He's not around anymore, but I would shit on that dude every day, but it's in a playful way. In fact, the more I shit on you, deep down, the more I love you as a person, because people shit on me in a playful way, and I shit on them. It's something I've always enjoyed. When I was in high school, there was nothing funner than hopping on the school bus and riding home, and the whole back of the bus would just congregate and shit talk about everything under the sun. Look how big your head is. I have a basketball head. People used to rip on me for that. I'd rip on people and their clothing. I would rip on people and their foul-ass breath or their up teeth and all kinds of wild shit. It doesn't mean I hate that person. It's how I let out my demons. And if I don't let out my demons, it will get so bad that I will either hurt myself or I may physically hurt someone else. Yesterday in that masochist reaction was me finally lashing out, if you will, after allowing these demons in me to build up for the last course of the last several months now. I haven't seen my son since March. He's the closest person I have in my life, that is not my lady, that I absolutely have to be around or I get wild. wild. Manic depressive, ADHD, bipolar. Shit, some might even argue schizophrenic to a small degree, and I wouldn't blame them. I talk to myself all the time. And here I am pulling my card. So when I tell people that I'm way more critical of my own self, understand that I'm being completely truthful to that. So because I'm so harsh, so critical of my own self, of course I'm going to be harsh and critical of others, especially when this is a YouTube reaction channel. Now, about Ren, something I want to squelch before you guys keep getting out of hand. Ever since I dropped that Ren reaction, I knew that when I posted it, I was going to lose subscribers. I knew it. But I still ran it by my lady because my lady is the peaceful person in my life. My lady is the one that knows who I am and why I am the way I am. And she accepts me for who I am. So she's my voice of reason. If I feel a little bit like maybe I shouldn't post this reaction, I always run it by her and I say, what do you think, babe? Do you think I should post this or do you think I was a little too wild? And to my surprise, she laughed quite a bit throughout that reaction. She did say, yeah, you're kind of being an asshole. But she said, you are making some very good points. And I'm sure there are people out there that could relate to what you're saying, that understand what you're saying, and they're not going to take it to heart. But at the same time, her and I both knew there were going to be people out there that are going to take what I said in that reaction to heart. So much so that they might want to leave me a negative comment, try to act like I'm this and that, and you feel so tough in these comments, but you wouldn't say this shit to my face. None of you guys would. Meanwhile, not only will I say it to your face, I'll sit there and reiterate it over and over again with future uploads. I'm gonna fucking keep kicking the dead horse. Here's another point I want to make. Just because I shit on Ren in that reaction does not mean that I hate him. Does not mean that I hate his other music. In fact, if you guys would pay attention, you would realize I've reacted to probably 25 different Ren songs in just the last month and a half. And of all those reactions, from the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you right now, out of all of them, there's only been 2 or 3 where I'm like, this shit is trash. Trash. But instead of saying that, I'm like, ooh, no, I kind of like this. I like that. I'm lying to myself. And in 2025, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to sit here and coddle balls of complete strangers. You guys don't know me. You don't understand why I am the way I am. You don't understand the abuse I've gone through. You don't understand all the mental disorders that I've been dealing with on my own my whole fucking life. You don't understand all the bridges that have been set on fire, how many jobs I've snapped and walked up out on just because people are being unfair. You don't understand the abandonment problems I have. You don't understand the fact that I've lost 2, not 1, but 2 of my closest friends I have ever had to suicide. You don't understand that I lost my mother just a half year ago to a random heart attack in her sleep after she came home from the hospital from a major back surgery that many surgeons have gone on record to say it's a dangerous surgery and that surgeons should not be performing this surgery. She gets this wild back surgery done. She dies in her sleep less than 48 hours. No caretaker at her house, none. They just sent her home like that, with a very experimental trial back surgery. She dies in her sleep. The coroner straight up tells me, oh, she died of natural causes. Yeah, or you don't want to get sued. What do you mean she died of natural causes? She was fine. She has this back surgery. Now she's dead and you want to act like it's natural causes? You don't understand that the caretaker that was supposed to be there for my mother was caught on camera and in video and audio rummaging through my mother's house only an hour after her body was removed from her apartment. You don't understand the pain, the anger, the chaos, the rage that I've been holding all fucking life, my whole life. You don't understand that I have to do everything in my power not to snap and become another statistic of someone that fell between the cracks and ended up in prison, dead, or much worse. You don't understand the lane I'm pushing. You just see this guy with a half cute face, green eyes, and all this fancy shit behind me, and you think that I got everything figured out and that everything's perfect. You don't understand that I've been trapped out here in northern Idaho and I can't stand this shit apartment I've been living in for the last decade when we were only supposed to have this place as a stepping stone for maybe a year or 2. You don't understand that I have a 110-pound pit bull dog that I absolutely love that is quite literally my best friend these days. And yet I don't even have a backyard for him to go play out in. None of this. You don't understand that there's no food in my fridge. You don't understand that I'm not currently working a job. And because of that, I obsess over everything with the analytics on YouTube because I desperately, desperately need money. You don't understand that as much as my demons are like, why don't you sell drugs? Why don't you go rob somebody? Why don't you this? No one gives a, why don't you go do that? That instead, I hold it all in and I pretend like everything's peachy when nothing in my life is peachy. Almost nothing. You don't understand that this smile that you think is good is not even a real smile. You don't understand the pain and the chaos I've been through. Even those of you that have been through the ringer, I promise you I've been through so much more than 99% of you. Of course, there are people out there that are missing limbs, brain cancer, all kinds of wild shit. So let me backpedal a bit. I'm not saying that none of you understand, but I'm saying that absolutely few of you who say you understand where I'm coming from actually understands where I'm coming from. I'm shaking as I say this because as soon as I start bringing up my past, it sends me into straight trauma mode, survival mode, hater mode, can't trust a soul mode. Now, just because I was honest about one song from Ren, Masochist, doesn't mean that I hate his whole catalog. I have loved 98% of every song of his that I've reacted to, which is far more than most artists I've listened to throughout my life. I also want to say that I consider Eminem the GOAT. I have argued with people until I'm blue in the face that in my eyes, Marshall Mathers, he's the best rapper, the best hip-hop, the best lyricist of all time. And at the same accord, I can tell you guys that there are plenty of songs that Eminem has released where I can't fucking stand them. I don't like his voice on certain songs. It drives me up a wall. But I can't say that about Ren without you guys getting all in your feelings and being like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. You're being so mean. I'm out of here. Bye, Felicia. Bye. So what I decided to do in yesterday's reaction video to Masochist, I decided to lift up this big hypothetical filter. I put all my subscribers, all of you, into this filter, and now I shook the shit out of that filter in an attempt to make you softer weenies that can't put up with me during my lows, during my highs, or whatever, and you want to run and cry because I hated on a song that you love so much. I want you to fall through the filter. I want you to unsubscribe. I want you to give up on me like everybody else has given up on me because I only fuck with loyal people, not you soft weenies that think that everything has to be perfect all the time. I also want to mention something. You can love something and hate something at the same time. So many people run away from relationships, friendships, being married, the divorce rates at an all-time low, because they have this grandiose Disney movie idea of what love is meant to be. They think that you have to love everything about someone, and if they do anything wrong, well, that means you don't love them anymore. Bullshit. That's not what love is. Love is about being with someone no matter what their weaknesses are. My lady and I love each other. She will tell you how much she loves me, and then she could sit there and tell you for hours about how I'm this, that, this. She wishes I would this, that, this, and all that. She's still with me because it's true, real fucking love. Not none of this fake shit where, oh, you don't like the fact that your boyfriend goes out and goes bowling with his friends on Friday and leaves you at home. So now you gotta leave him, go cheat on him, and all this shit. That's not what love is. I am one of the most loyal people you will ever meet. I'm one of the most truthful people you will ever meet. But you have to get through the shields I put up first. My shield from abuse. My shield that I put up from suffering and chaos. My shield from the fact that I was kept from my father until I was in my mid-20s, all to find out that he's a relatively good guy. And he actually goes out and does stuff with all my other brothers that are half-brothers. Thanks, Grandma, for lying to me about him my whole life. Thanks, I appreciate that. Why would I need a fatherly figure in my life? I would rather be raised by your narcissistic ass and 2 other ladies, so now I'm just as dramatic as your average high school cheerleader that's ready to gossip about anyone starting shit. Get to know me. And if you don't want to take the time to get to know me, fucking sayonara. Again, I didn't really care for that Masochist song. I did like the lyrics. I did like the beat, but putting them together just didn't make sense to me. It's like putting peanut butter and jelly and sprinkling pickle juice all over the sandwich. Like, what do you mean? I love pickles. I love them. I love peanut butter and jelly. But don't mix the two together and try to tell me this is delicious. Not never. Also, I'm going to put it out on the table for the last time. I don't like Ren's voice in certain songs, but this doesn't mean that I hate him as a person. This doesn't mean I hate him as an artist. He is a fantastic artist. Let me say it again. Ren is a fantastic artist that deserves Grammys and that deserves all the good coming to him right now. But you are out of your goddamn mind if you think I'm going to love every single song. That's not how this works. You guys are being delusional. You guys are the ones that have the divorce rate at an all-time high because you think that in this Disney fantasy world that we have to love everything about whatever the topic is. Well, I'm here to tell you, 99% of everything I have said about Ren is good. So stop taking the 1%, running with it, and acting like I have a problem and I don't get to have an opinion. This is exactly what's wrong with the world. This is why there's so many divides between people in general. There's the left, there's those crazy people on the right, there's those gay people, there's those black people, there's this, there's that, there's poor people, there's rich people. No, there's fucking people. Get used to it. We don't have to love everything equally. And if you're hating on me for not loving something as equal as you love it, bye, Felicia. My name is Dennis, aka Mr. 808. Thanks for listening to me rant. I will tap in again next week. I got more reactions in the works. I'm going to be reacting to a song today that I will be posting a little bit later to NF. The song is called Real, recommended to me by my homie Scott. Much love, everybody. I am fucking gone. Stop acting like you know me. You don't know shit.